Take with the film that releases at the end of this month is going to be a big one. Of course, the opposition between the two films. You just heard about Gabil, and you also heard some Rice in that as well. And by the way, if you missed that track from Rice earlier, I'll be playing that again for you. You're going to get that Zalima song, which we're really liking, with Mayra Khan in that, and also Shari Khan. Right, talking about Pakistani actors, I've got someone else here who's going to be joining me live here for the first time on my show. And I'm so excited because he's quite a heartthrob, and not just a heartthrob, but also a part of one of Pakistani television's massive shows that is doing incredibly well here in the UK. And in fact, it is going to be aired tonight at 8 o'clock here on Hum TV in the UK. I'm talking about the actor from Sange Marmar. It is the dashing hunk, Mikaal Zulfiqar, who joins me live here on the radio. Mikaal, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hey Raj, how are you doing? Thank you so much. Thank you for the lovely introduction. And, I'm great. Hello to everyone who's listening, and hello to you and your whole team.
Oh, thank you very much, Mikaal. I know there's a bit of a delay between your connection and my connection, but it's so good to have you here, and Happy New Year to you as well.
And to you too, and to all the listeners out there, and start of a new year, and alive and kicking and ready to go.
Mikaal, how was your New Year? I mean, what did you do? How do you celebrate? Were you with friends or family, or kya kiya apne?
Yeah. I was with friends and family, bit of both, and it's just everyone was usually just lots of fun and celebrating the New Year. Celebrating the year that's gone, and then celebrating the New Year. So just time with friends and family, and it's usually. I usually like to take the end of the year off, around about the 20th of December or so, till about the 5th of Jan. So, yeah, I did my usual, usual relaxing and spending time with friends and family.
That's good to hear. It has been an incredible 2016 for you. We've got to talk about Sange Marmar, which is probably one of Hum TV's most popular shows of the moment, doing incredibly well in terms of UK ratings, also in Pakistan and world over, in fact. When you first signed up for the show, did you think it was going to be this massive?
Actually, not really. And firstly, I'm so pleased that it's doing so well. I mean, end of the day, we do this so that people watch it and appreciate it, and if that's happening, then that's wonderful. And I'm really pleased that the show is doing so well. And it wasn't expected. I didn't expect it, but you never know with these things. That you expect are going to do really well don't, and things that perhaps you don't expect end up doing really well now.
Yeah.
I think one of the reasons that people are enjoying it is because it's set in the actual location, which is Swat, and the kind of family and the lifestyle that's depicted has come out really well, and we have a phenomenal cast. All of them are A-list actors, so it's just gelled in well.
Yeah,
and great production and superb direction. So.
Good to hear. Mikaal, okay, that's the viewer's perspective, but what about for you? What was it about Sange Marmar that made you sign for the show?
Usually when you see that, other actors who are good performers, and, the setup is nice and it kind of suits you. And then, of course, the character, and it's something that you want to play. Although, to be honest, with Sange Marmar, I wasn't too. It was more about convenience rather than being really stuck on the story. So it kind of worked out well.
Oh, good to hear. Okay. There's also, like I said to you off air, there's quite a few questions from the fans, from all over, in fact. So let's try to keep these answers short as possible, because there's going to be one from here, in fact, from Sanam Pervez, who wants to know, are you going to continue to do dramas, TV dramas, or is movies going to be the kind of way forward for you?
Yeah, well, actually, recently I took a bit of a break from television. And worked on 2 features, one which is completed and one which is almost done, which are going to be out early this year, actually. So around March, April. And I'm kind of busy with a couple of other film projects as well. So I'm doing, 3 or 4 or 5 films in the next year, which people will be seeing. But I don't want to let television go completely. I think the television has its own following worldwide, and I think perhaps I'll be a little more selective in what I do.
Yeah.
But I want to keep the appearances up, and I will be doing something in the near future with Hum TV.
Okay.
2 projects, in fact. So that'll keep going, and the films are there as well. So quite a lot coming from me, hopefully, this year too.
Brilliant. Mikaal, you mentioned Hum TV. You got 2 new shows. Will they be airing this year, or is it going to be sometime later?
Yeah. So I start filming for them in a month or so. So yeah, in the next few months, maybe around Eid, something like that.
Awesome. Okay. And also,
a bit early to say, but yeah. I mean this year.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, that's good to hear. Away from that, I want to talk to you about the genres of shows. I mean, is there a particular genre of show that you like doing, a certain character that you like playing, or something that you find more challenging than the others?
Well, I enjoy comedy characters quite a lot, and I've done one odd film which was a comedy character, and the one of the play. So that stuff I enjoy because it's fun to do. Yet again, anything and everything is a bit of a challenge, and I enjoy the fact that I think my whole portfolio is very versatile, and I like taking on a new challenge. In fact, if I get similar characters, that kind of puts me off. I'm always looking to do something new in a different character that I haven't done, or work with new actors and different actors. So it's always a good experience. That's kind of how I look at it.
Good to hear. Another question here: how would you describe your acting journey in one word?
My acting journey is still an ongoing journey, and I've learned a lot along the way, and I've had the privilege of working with some of the best actors in the whole world. So it's still an ongoing journey, and hopefully there'll be I've a lot to discover myself as an actor, and a lot more to give, hopefully.
Chalo. Another question from Amir, who wants to know which character for you has been the most challenging to date.
One of the recent ones was a play called Pyare Dil, in which I play a young to kind of old character. It was a highly intense drama, which required a lot of dedication. So that was quite challenging. Again, the setting was also challenging. But as I said, as I kind of said earlier, I love a challenge. That it makes me want to up the game. So I take everything on, head on. So.
Yeah, and you're with so many different people. I mean, you've been doing shows on TV and also in films. But is there one particular co-star that you've enjoyed working with more than the others? Is there one that kind of outstands for you?
I wouldn't say particularly. I mean, I think I've had the pleasure of working with Pakistan. I mean, all everyone who's there, and I enjoy a good rapport with all of my co-stars, and I have tremendous respect for their own ability as actors, and I just look, I just try to create an atmosphere in which everyone can do well.
Yeah. Okay. Also, moving on, there's a question from another fan of yours asking, of course, we know you did a film in 2015, which was with Akshay Kumar, Baby, and you played Ashfaq in that. How was it working with Akshay Kumar and the crew of that movie?
Akshay was amazing, and working in Bollywood is always a tremendous pleasure. It's a very advanced industry, and they're very good at what they do. So it's obviously a pleasure. And working with Akshay in particular was amazing. I mean, he was one of the funniest co-actors that I'd ever worked with, and he was extremely friendly and hospitable, and I completely felt at home. And even with the rest of the cast, with Anupam Kher and with other actors, Rana Rughuwati and Baby, and Neeraj Pandey, the director, and the people, other people from the crew, and even actors I've worked with in the past, like Nityuddin Shah and Om Puri, who are, it's an honor to work with them. Let alone, just the fact that they're working with you is amazing. So, and they've always been extremely humble and kind, and I think jitna bada jo star hota hai, he's always humble.
Yeah. It's true. I agree with you.
And a professional is a professional, and there's a reason why they are stars and they are where they are.
Yeah, indeed, because of their humbleness as well at the same time. There's a question also from Nush. And,
Yeah,
can
and their dedication. Their dedication to the job.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. There's a question from Nush. Before I go to her question, she wants me to convey to you how much she loves you. So I don't know if you're going to go red-faced here, but she's saying, I
Okay.
love you. वो उसकी तरफ से, not from me, all right?
Thank you. That's right. You can say it to me too, Raj.
Okay.
I won't mind it.
चलो मेरी तरफ से भी as well. But Nush is asking. She said, "I loved you in the movie You're My John. You are always very smart. Was it your first Bollywood movie? That movie that you did?"
Actually, I mean, kinda. I mean, it was my first kind of Bollywood solo, I suppose. But I did a movie in 2007. मैंने भी mention किया था with Mr. Shah and Puri, which is called Shoot on Sight.
Oh, indeed.
It was kind of like a Hollywood-Bollywood crossover. It was shot in London, but it was predominantly Indians who were doing it, and people from Bollywood. So, but You Are My John, You Are My John was my first kind of solo lead there in Bollywood in 2010.
Good. And of course, you were born. Were you born in London? I didn't realise that you're actually born in London. And
I was. London is like London's home for me.
Yeah. So I mean, how's the kind of culture kind of changed
After
for
Lahore, there's my two most favorite places in the world are the places I was born and lived, which is Lahore and London. So I'm a regular visitor. I try and visit at least once a year, and I have family there as well.
That is so good. So where about in London?
Just on the outskirts, Watford. Actually.
Watford.
My mom has a place in Watford, and I have a brother and sister, one in London. So just in and around London, really. And and I've been to school there in Watford as well when I was young. So I've lived in England for several years. So
that's interesting to hear.
Kind of half and half, truly.
Yeah, you got a mix of both in you. Are you going to be? I mean, do you come back often to London to the UK?
I do. I'm actually planning. I'm going to be planning to come to England. I think in March or April, because I've got some filming over there for a film. So yeah, I was. And the last time I was there a couple of months ago, around I think in October, end of September, October. So yeah, I try and visit as often as possible.
Cool. Okay, moving on. There's a question also to do with, we know how many sequels and remakes are happening. There's a question from a fan of yours asking, is there a particular show that you would like to see a sequel of, one of your shows that you've done in the past that you've really enjoyed doing, but you'd like to see a sequel of it and you'd like to star in it as well?
That's a good one. A sequel. I think probably more of the fun stuff that I spoke about. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but I was a part of a campaign in Pakistan for a telecommunication brand called Uphone. And that was a series of commercials that we did over a number of years. That was very successful. So I kind of missed that because that ended up about a year ago. So that's kind of fun to do. I wish, I kind of hope that somehow starts again.
Cool.
There's a team, actually it's the team that I've worked with, and it's a group of 6 or 7 people who we used to come together, once or twice a month to make these commercials, and it was just that group. So I'd love for that group to get together, even if we end up making something else, maybe a film or something. So that's something I'm looking for.
That's interesting. I'm sorry, I think your line, Mikaal, is breaking up a little bit. I think either you moved or the reception seems to be playing up. So we need to get
I'm sorry.
So that's better. That's much better. Mikaal, there's another question here. The last couple of questions. Okay, cool. One question here. Which is one place you wanted to visit but have unable to, but will be soon? Is there anywhere in the world you like to visit that you've not visited?
America.
Oh, you've never been?
America is the one place I still haven't been. I've had several failed attempts. Several. But I've gone to Canada twice. I'm still not gone to the US. So. But I'm hoping that this year maybe. So I want to, I just want to go and see what the States are all about. But Now that Trump is there, I'm not too sure. But
He is.
I hope he lets me in.
He will. I'm sure he will. I'm sure he's backtracked that statement anyway. Moving on, there's another question here. A question about, is there any other favourite shows that you like watching on Pakistani TV when you get a moment? Is there, away from, of course, the stuff that you've done, is there a particular show on TV that you watch on a regular basis?
I knew you were going to ask me this question, and I was literally trying to research stuff out because I'm so terrible at keeping up with stuff. The only, it I'm really narcissistic, but the only shows I watch on my own, and that too, I kind of watch my scenes only. So it's really, but in terms of television in general, I'm kind of more of a Discovery and Nat Geo kind of a person.
Me too.
Kind of like more documentary style stuff. And I watch season like that, not cross recently and stuff like that. So, and films, I suppose that's where but I hardly get time. I mean, I'm usually working quite a lot, so I don't really get time to. I just put the TV on and whatever's on, I watch it. My taste in television is pretty bad, I think.
Indeed. Mikaal, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. I wish I could talk to you longer, but I've got to go news. It has been. So next time you pop down, you're a regular here, of course, your second home is the UK. So when you do pop down, let's meet up and let's do this in person on the radio.
Yes, I'd love that. And I did a bit of research on you too, Raj. I didn't get to chat about you. We'd love you to kind of meet up and, thank you for inviting me on the show, and it's always great to connect with people in the UK and fans, and I hardly do interviews, so they're probably really happy.
Of course.
That's something.
Thank you so much, Mikaal. Someone doing research on me, but Mikaal, you know what? I know that I wanted you because there's been a lot of people asking about you on the radio, so I thought let me just get you on for a few minutes. So that's why today has been a spotlight been on you. So well done in terms of the show success of Sange Marmar and also in terms of your career as well. So congratulations on that. But Mikaal, let's meet up soon. All right, take care.
Thank you so much, Raj.
Okay, thank you.
We should do that. Lots of love to everyone in the UK.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Raj.
That is Mikaal Zulfiqar, of course, the Pakistani actor and the former model, joining me live here on Dry Time. So good to have him, man. By the way, if you missed that interview, you can listen back to it at sabrasradio.com after 6 p.m. today. I'll be back in a moment.
Tigers sponsor Drive Time on Sabras. Leicester Tigers now booking for Asian weddings, parties and functions with your selected caterer. Call 0116 2171 264 for details.